guys, it's Monday. It's a book club day. I am filming last minute from my bed. So no fancy tripod setup, nothing like that. It'll be a quick brief video because it is video 1. So for our book club, we go about 5 weeks, so just over a month. The first week's always the reveal, the second week is the treats, the third week is the suggestions for the following book that we should read, the fourth week is the questions, and the fifth week is the final wrap-up review. So this being video 1, it is going to be the reveal. It is the book that we are going to be reading for June/July, because ours always, like I said, go into the next month. We are reading the one that won, according to my community tab this month, is Mr. Mercedes. So Mr. Mercedes was a suggested book by you guys. We always ask you guys for suggestions, and it definitely won by a lot of votes. I want to say it was well over 50% of the votes. I will say I have mixed feelings about it, because the last Stephen King book that we read for book club was Fairy Tale, and I did not end up enjoying it. I only enjoyed the first like 100 pages, and then I'm not gonna lie, I did not enjoy the rest of it. And Stephen King, even though you guys love him, a lot of people love him, obviously he's a famous author, his friggin' books turn into movies. I'm not saying I'm right, because clearly I'm in the wrong, because more people like him than dislike him, but I find his books just so long. Like, I almost want to be like, get to the point. Mr. Mercedes is about 500 pages, so it's going to be a lot to get through. I will say Fourth Wing is over 600 pages, but I loved every second of it. So I'm going to try to give it a chance. I'm going to try to go into it with positive thoughts, because I did really like the first 100-something pages of Fairy Tale. It was just once it got into the fantasy element, I wasn't a fan. This one doesn't have any fantasy, though. This one is a straight detective novel. And I do like whodunit style books. But Charmaine actually told me that you find out who the killer is almost right in the beginning. So it's not a whodunit. It's more like you're waiting for the cop to figure it out. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to give it a chance. It's on our audiobook app that Charmaine lets me use. So I don't have to invest any of my own money in it. I just got to invest some listening time while I am productive and I clean and cook and do my everyday life things. I literally listen to an audiobook at all times, literally in the shower, driving to and from work, all those things. Even though I'm not driving to work right now, I still got to drive here and there. So I will listen to the book and see how it goes. Hopefully I like it. Trying to go into it with at least a neutral feelings about it. I'm not thrilled, if I'm being honest, but it is the book that won, so I am going to read it. Sometimes you got to branch out, try new things. You know, I never really liked fantasy, but I loved Fourth Wing. I can't pinpoint why I didn't like Fairy Tale by Stephen King. I talked about it in the review a little bit. I think because I need some magic realism for me to enjoy a fantasy. It needs to have some points where the story is believable, and I felt like Fairy Tale was just very, very unbelievable after the first 100-something pages. But then let's see how this detective version goes. I might like it more. Not sure. I know it actually turned into a series, so definitely people love it. Like, it's even a TV series and all that. Maybe I'll watch it. Have you guys watched it? Let me know in the comments. Is it worth me watching? If you've read the book, what did you rate it? Obviously, no spoilers, but did you love it? Did you hate it? Like I said, I'm going to go into it neutrally. But yes, that is the book we are reading for June and July. It is the book that won. It is Mr. Mercedes, and it is a detective-style novel. Go check out my friend Charmaine. She'll be doing the announcement as well. But she's always so excited. She loves book club, so I love just seeing her personality shine when she films the videos. I'm sure she's excited to read this book. She's usually excited to read just about every book. I feel like she's more, well, I shouldn't say open to books, because she's not a fan of romance, which is like one of my favorite genres. I'm the one that's usually not good at branching out. I think too, just because of my high anxiety and other mental health issues, sometimes I struggle to read certain books because I just don't want it to trigger anything for me. And there was a book I recommended. We read back in, I think, October or November, and it was The Heartbreak of Magic or something like that. And I never did my final review for you guys because I cried so hard reading that book. She loses her grandmother in the book. It's not a spoiler. That is like right in the synopsis of the book, and my grandmother had just passed away a few months prior. And since my grandmother passed away, I actually don't read as many suspenseful novels anymore, although I am reading Frida McFadden right now, who is suspense. But since my grandmother died, I have read primarily romance because I want a happily ever after. But like I said, it is good to branch out. It is good to try new things. So I'm going to go into it with an open mind, and we will be reading Mr. Mercedes. So next week will be the treats that we are eating, drinking, using while reading / listening to the book. The following week, we're going to ask you guys for suggestions for July / August. And then after that will be the questions, and then the final wrap-up review. You guys know we have a book club over on Facebook. I'll link it down below. We have a Facebook group for the book club. And then we also use the app Fable. For Daisy Jones, I did go into it a few times to talk to you guys. What other book? The one we just read, which was One of Us Is Back. I did go into it a few times too. I'm going to try to be better at stopping when I'm reading and getting into the app to talk to you guys. Just sometimes I get so excited. And those two books I was really excited about. This one, not so much. So maybe I'll stop and go into the app a little bit more. Because that is nice, because if you don't want to wait for the final video, for video 5, for us to talk about the book, you guys can get right on the Fable app and we can talk in those chat rooms. It's completely free to download, and basically each chat room is a chapter. So that way there's no spoilers. If something happened in a chapter and you want to talk about it, you just go into that chat room. So yeah, all the links will be down below, along with Charmaine. Please go check her out. That's who I do book club with. Book club would not be the same without her. I love watching her videos. She makes book club so much fun because she's always just so excited to be a part of it. I hope you guys are excited to be a part of it. It was one of your votes that won. I hope you guys are excited to read Mr. Mercedes. Give me all the tea down below in the comments. That's it for this video, guys. Be safe.